Our next guest mastered the Force as Rey in Star Wars. Now she has mastered the ocean for her new movie, Young Woman and the Sea, about the first woman to ever swim the English Channel. Daisy Ridley, welcome back to Good Morning America.
Thank you.
Yes! You were just reminiscing the first time you were here, and you still have that same enthusiasm.
It's very exciting to be here.
Good. Love this role, you know, playing the woman who swam 21 miles across the channel in 1926. I'm sure you had to put a lot of work in the water for this.
Yes.
How good of a swimmer were you before all this?
My first training session, I tried to swim down a 20-meter pool, and I stood up halfway and was like, what have I done? It was learning a whole new skill at 30, which is also, you know, you're like, should have learned this before. So I did 3 months of training, and then during filming was training, and then the big swim, the 2 attempts across the channel, was at the end of the shoot. So I was already tired, emotionally, physically, and then we had 9 days in the Black Sea.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much did you know about Trudy before this film?
Nothing, which I felt a little shamed about. But it's interesting because the response from most people has been, how do we not know? I mean, hopefully this is a wonderful time for modern audiences to hear what she did, because it was unimaginable at that time. What she did probably changed the course of women's sport. So it's wonderful to be bringing her story to life.
Let's give everyone a look.
I asked to coach the women's Olympic team. They told me I could be chaperone. They're not ready for us. What if I'm ready? You know what'll happen when you fail? When you get hurt? They'll use that failure to shut us down, to kick every girl out of my pool. And what if I make it? What then? Then they got a serious problem.
A lot of motivation to make it.
Yeah.
And we know that you spent a lot of time in the water filming this, but from something you posted that we saw, it looks like you didn't even get out of the pool to have lunch.
Yeah, that was, so we did 1 day of so the attempt, everything that you see on the sea is out really in the open water, and we did 1 day of tank work. And it was, I mean, honestly, it was easier to stay in to have my lunch. So I had my little floating tray, and then I was worried I didn't want to eat too much and get indigestion, but then you're starving.
How far would you swim in the sea at a time?
It depended, because I mean, it was a process for all of us. Yoakum, the director, had made Kentucky and Pirates of the Caribbean, so he had experience filming on the water, but filming in the water is different. So I would get in, keep pace with the boat, keep pace with the camera boat. There's the currents. There was a lot to contend with. So a few minutes at a time, I would say. But then I'd get out and warm up and go, I really don't want to get back in. So yeah, in and out.
Pretty serious workout.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you learn something about yourself going through all this process?
I learned that I can do stuff that is making me really panic and not make other people feel that I'm panicking. Because after the fact, I thought I actually don't know how I did it. But at the time, I was like, well, I need to do this. There's no other option but to do it. So inside was panic, panic, panic. But above water, so to speak, I could sort of contain that.
And above water, can we talk about Rey? Can we talk about her expanded role, her storyline in the next Star Wars? That has to be something that's very exciting for you, to know that more of her story is going to come to life.
I mean, I really did think the last time, I was like, bye-bye. And then hello. It's very exciting. It feels, honestly, so strange. Like, I really can't imagine what that experience is going to be like. It's been a number of years. A lot has changed. But it's really exciting.
We were saying we can't believe it's been like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, we remember interviewing you like it was yesterday.
Yeah. And I look back and think, I was a baby. But it's weird. It feels honest. It doesn't feel like starting again, but all of those emotions came back of keeping something secret and then it being out in the public and not entirely knowing what's going to happen. But I'm looking forward to it.
Her too.
Is all this what you expected it to be 10 years ago when when you were coming on the scene and you're so well known now? All of that comes with it.
I feel like, honestly, the last few years I've been able to do such an amazing breadth of films and work with different filmmakers, and that was really always what I wanted. So I was thrilled to be employed first and foremost, and then the opportunities it's given me has been amazing. So the fact that I'm then able to go and do all different sorts of things is really a blessing.
Yeah, you've earned it. You really have. And that's what we see in this film right now. Young Woman and the Sea. Thank you for sharing this story about Trudy. It's so important. It's in theaters on May 31st.